Hello, hello. We are back with our third game of the night for the NA in-house games. I'm Wolf. I'll be one of your casters tonight, and with me this time is Chrissy. How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Doing pretty good. Looks like we're going to be
Awesome.
going over to the map of Ascent.
Yes,
How do you feel
the
about this
city of
map?
Omen. Honestly, I really like Ascent. A lot of people say that they hate it, but it's a pretty map, and gonna be really interesting to see how our girls play on today.
Indeed. I feel like Ascent is one of those maps where people don't hate it. Like, even if it's not your favorite map, like, nobody hates Ascent, I don't think.
Yeah. I think people only hate it when they get it twice in a row.
That's true because there's what, 6 maps in the pool now.
Mhm.
You want to get some variety when you're playing.
Yeah, especially if you have a really rough game or a really close game on Ascent or on the other map, and you have it again the next time. You don't want to go through that again.
No, of course not. But it looks like we have some of our character picks coming in here. Nothing too surprising yet. We do see that the attackers, who are going to be known as the Rainbow Cats, are coming in with a double Sentinel and a Viper.
Select your agent.
If you were here for last game, you know I love Viper.
Well, I'm a Viper main myself, so I love seeing that
We're
too.
best friends.
Love to hear it.
But yeah, we do have, as I said, that double Sentinel over on the attackers. The Omen cans, who are going to be our defenders first, are actually, they're also coming in with the double Sentinel with the Killjoy and Sage. So it's going to make taking those sites pretty hard, but once you take them, you're going to have a pretty solid defense as long as those two have been up the whole time. Gotta love the matching cards here that we have. What is it? The duality on the defending side and all of our fun pride cards on the attackers.
Alright, we are off to a start. About 30 seconds left on the clock, and everyone's just, getting comfortable. Oh, showing off their sprays.
Got some sprays going on over there. But we have the lovely Casey as our observer today, doing some very fun free cams here as we wait this couple of seconds to start the first round. Looks like the attackers are going to try that A hit. I don't know about you, whenever we play this map, we tend to go A first as well, even though that's quite a bottleneck going in there. Doesn't look like they're going to try to go down catwalk at all, so it's just that, as I said, that bottleneck where we're going to probably see a
My ultimate. Barrier created.
Visual does come up. All the attackers in the rush trying to break through the wall. Many of them go to the A site, and it looks like they will, but unfortunately they are slowed down, so they have to back up a bit, maybe retrace their steps, and it looks like they're going to try to go through mid. But most of the defenders are already there. It looks like it's going to be a really long range fight. Sorry, from catwalk all the way to mid bottom. Defenders going to be pushing in.
There.
And it begins.
Stealing sight.
And everyone's just stuck in mid mostly, but Passion, Unis gets a pick on Lex to mid, and Gompers gets his 2 picks, spikes down on B in garage. The rest of the attacker in market. Random Philo with a pick onto the Killjoy.
One enemy remaining.
But Junji takes her out. Now it is only Passion left to defend the spike, and Sieging to plant in. Fortunately, she does take down Genji. Now it's a 2v1, but Genji takes it away. 3k on the round for her, and 1 point on the round for Omen cans.
Yeah, that was a bit of a rough start for the Rainbow Cats. Definitely saw the vision of what they were going with there. Made noise on A, took out that Sage wall, expecting the defense to do that fast rotation. It's round 1. Everybody rotates fast on round 1, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Except for the Omen cans. They didn't actually rotate. So when the Rainbow Cats backed off there, went to take mid, they actually hit quite a bit of resistance, and the attack just sort of fell apart there. Gonna see if they can do a little bit better this time. Do love this play from the Omen cans of closing that door and then destroying it so that attackers can't use that to defend site.
Well, if all things go well now, there's a 5v5 retake. The attackers are still left with pistols, but they do have that plant in. The defenders now have to all come together and try to take everyone down. GG taking on the wall. Ooh, Lex with an excellent shot on random Philo, and Genji following up with that as well. Gomper's getting one too.
Last player standing.
Genji walls off. And then Genji finishes off with killing demons at the end of it. It was a perfect retake from the defenders.
Flawless.
And another point for them on the scoreboard.
Yes, as the announcer said, flawless round from them. That was a beautiful retake. It did look, the Rainbow Cats had very good setup, you know, some really nice crossfires going there. We had the Sage up on her wall in that door. Just couldn't quite stand up to the force that was the Omen cans as they came in. But we're going into third round. If you've been with us for the last couple of games, you will know this is the in-house games, so these teams are mostly pickup teams. Some of these girls have not played together before. Takes a couple of rounds to get used to each other's play style and communication going in here. Those look like the attackers are going to try the B side this time. They're going to hit all of that Killjoy utility if they decide to try to take this site.
Lady Frogs puts herself on that stage wall. That stage wall is very powerful, as you can see. It takes out Lex very easily and is able to get a heal onto herself while protecting her from Gomper trying to trade her out. But she gets the pick anyways. Unfortunately, Random Philo flanks her from behind. Now the attackers do have a man advantage on B, but the Killjoy is still on site. So now they have to look for her, and she has to fight this on her own. She gets one pick onto the Nis, but Demons trades her out. Now the plant will come in. There's a 3v2 man advantage for Rainbow Cats.
Yeah, not bad odds going into this. They are one woman up on it. Do still have that Viper to do some post-plant poisons, so it does look like she's using those early rather than using them to block off the spike.
Last player standing.
Demons gets a pick on Genji, and Passion gets a pick on Genji. That blind really messed up Genji's line of sight. Random Philo could have died there, but luckily for her, Genji missed her shots with the blind there, so Rainbow Cats does take the round there.
Yeah, and that was a really good round for them. Really nicely set up with the three defenders all on site, getting in those crossfires that we talked about before that they had on A site. Actually worked for them there on B. Very nice. Everybody's able to buy up to those rifles. Nobody going into this one at a disadvantage. Does look like we have an interesting Sage Wall about to come out on Catwalk, though.
Yeah. Jumpers is just spraying, just pre-firing different areas in mid. Does spot Lady Frogs in the end. But most of the attackers are heading towards that A site where Killjoy is set up there this time.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit interesting. They probably do hear that turret, so they know that Killjoy has moved onto this site. Going to give them a little bit of a hint of things that they might have to watch out for as they try to take it. Oh, kind of a false start there. Nobody ran in. But we do see, if you look at the minimap, all of the defenders have now rotated over. This could work out in the Rainbow Cats' favor as they go in to take this mid again, as we saw them do in the first round. Looking like they're going towards the A site down Catwalk rather than over towards B like they tried it that first time.
Well, now that the defenders have the read, they know that they're pushing through Cat, and they're still trying to go to this A site, but the attackers, they seem to be stuck in there. They know the Omen is in tree. But will she get the pick? Yes, she does.
Spike down.
Three attackers down. Spike is down in tree. Now the last two attackers have to fight for remaining 5 defenders.
Last player standing.
Genji with the pick onto Demons, and now shutting down Lady Frogs and taking in the third round for Omen cans.
That was a very nice defensive round from the Omen cans. You know, as we were talking about, they all rotated over. They had the read that the Rainbow Cats were backing off of A main, but they didn't go too far. They rotated. You saw 2 of them rotate out towards mid just to see which direction the Cats were going to go, and then they were able to come back. Very nice round from them. Just quickly picked apart those attackers as they came in.
Alright, that was definitely a smart call on the defenders. So now it looks like the attackers are going to do a B hit. Killjoy will not be there, but Sage and Jet will. So they will have to they will have to avoid the slow orbs in the wall possibly, and watch for people possibly in market.
Yeah, Genji's not really in a position to put that wall up at the entrance, so she's gonna have to use it a little bit more creatively if they decide to come in on this. But looks like there's a bit of a hesitation, but here's the execution.
Genji the first pick on Passion, but Random Vila with the Frenzy takes down Genji but gets traded out by Gompers.
One enemy remaining.
And Spike is taken down. Lex and Gompers secure the round, 4th round on the board for Omen Cans.
I mean, I was about to say Frenzy Supremacy, but it's a little stale now, so
I've been using the Frenzy a lot more often these days. I'm always good for 2, so I support it.
Oh my god, a Viper main who loves the Frenzy as well. This is great.
Yep.
I love this. This is amazing. But yeah, that was... The attackers seemed to be a little bit hesitant when they actually decided to go for that execution. We saw it in the previous round and in that last round that we just finished up, where they kind of started putting all of the Reina Leer out, the wall goes up, but then nobody really goes for a moment, and it gives the defense just that little bit of time to get prepared to take them out.
Right, as attackers, you need to be, Lady Fags, that's a pick onto Genji, so it leaves one person left on B. But as I was saying, as an attacker, you need to take up that space, and if you're going to execute, you have to commit to that, or you give more time for the defenders to rotate towards you and get picks on your team, and before you know it, Spike's down, and you have to either commit or run away if there's no time left. But as we speak, Gompers take out Lady Fags, and now we're in a 3v4 with numbers advantage for Rainbow Cats. And it looks like Spike is going to be taken... The plan probably is to take Spike towards the A site, but all 3 defenders are near that A site. So, along with it, so we're going to see how this retake goes. Ooh, Random Dealer gets taken out. So it takes out Gompers, excuse me. Ooh, but Gen J putting up a fight with the Jet.
Stealing sight.
And is stuck in a 1v3 right now. Little chip damage on her health, but... if she plays this properly, she probably could get this retake done.
It's gonna be rough for her, but she needs to separate these into 1v1s. There is that turret there. It's gonna prove pretty hard to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like she's gonna just opt to save. Gonna take the Origin Vandal with her. Looks very nice.
It does. I want her to do the spinny thing, but I don't think she's going to.
That would make my day.
But yeah, she's gonna save that. Not bad. Not an issue. Oh, Passion.
Oh, and she gets it.
Oh, Gen J takes out Passion right at the end there. Good for her. They were hunting her. Passion wanted that last kill.
Yeah.
But
4-2 now. Numbers advantage for score advantage for Omen Cans right now, and all 5 ults are present for the attackers, so we'll see what they do with that coming into this round.
yeah, they certainly could use that. I really liked what they were doing last round. You know, we've seen a lot of full pushes from them. The defenders got used to it. That time they decided to split it up, and they pulled the defense off. Gompers, with that op, takes out Random Philo. They were not expecting that big gun to be there.
Right, a lot of the attackers are on the B side, but if you look carefully on the minimap, the Spike is at A main, and it looks like they're trying to poke and prod and get the defenders to rotate to B and mid so that they can take A on their for basically free. Killjoy is still anchoring though, however, if they're able to get this res off and go into the A side quickly, this could be a really easy take for the attackers. As we speak, Passion takes down Gen J, so it is a 5v4. Numbers advantage for Rainbow Cats, but they're going away from the A site now. They're going through spawn. It looks like they're going to take B now. The defenders have mostly rotated off, leaving Sage alone in mid market. But it looks like they're all going to go through garage, so it's going to be pretty difficult for the Sage to probably hold Womp if she doesn't have that much utility left.
Yeah, she might not force this fight. Oh, we're going to have a wall come out.
Ooh.
I was going to say, she might not force this fight. She is at a
left.
disadvantage there. Might just back off and wait for the rest of her team to come to kind of give her some backup. Especially Gompers with that off.
Ooh, Passion with the flank in mid. Gets Shinji. Now it is a 3v5 retake. Gompers makes it to a 3v4 with the op shot on Random Philo. And Katami also takes down Passion in mid, so now it's a 3v3. And there's 3 ults on the side of the defenders. We'll see how it goes from here.
Yeah, we are going to see that Lockjoy, or Lockjoy, Countdown come out. I'm just going to stop.
Gompers with the 3 kill on the up, leaving Demons with such low HP, and she's detained! It's a free defuse for them. And a oh my god, and a perfect 4K for Gompers, ending it off with the knife. 5-2 for the defenders.
Gompers. That was dirty.
That was a little mean, but you know, it's part of the game.
I need to do it like that. But yes, another round for the Omen cans. Gompers on that op is dangerous, but they now know she has it and that she likes to go mid with it. So we're going to see how the attackers decide to work around that. We are seeing them line up for the A site. I don't know if Gompers does look like she is going to stay in mid, doing some bunny hops over there. The attackers look like they might be setting up for a good full rush. They've done a couple of split pushes this time, so we might not see the defense rotate quite as quickly, because that did turn out poorly for them a couple rounds ago.
Exactly, and they know the op is in mid, so doing a split may be a little risky here. They might as well, they think their plan is to just do a full rush, and once the op rotates, then they'll deal with that later, but all they need to do is get the plant down again to good post-plant positions. Speaking of the op, it is now in a heaven, so, but Unis takes down Gompers, the op is gone, and now there's only 2 defenders on the site. But Passion just tanks the Molly, takes some damage from the turret, and kills Gen J. How is she still alive? I don't know. But the Viper all comes out, the plant comes in, and now is a 4v5 retake with man advantage for Rainbow Cats.
I completely missed the resurrection noises and was like, wait, Gompers died. Why is she here?
Well, she's back, and she just took out Lady Frag, so now it's a 3v3 retake. Still 2 ults down for the attackers. But now it's a 2v2, and both defenders are on site. Randomilo gets the pick on to Junji, and Passion with 3k takes out Gompers, and is round secured for the attackers. 5-3 in the scoreboard.
They did not pick up that op, which, you know, depending on your team and your comfortability with that sniper rifle, not a bad choice to just let it die there. You really don't want to be giving it back to the opposing team if you're not confident that you can use it to its full effect.
Right.
So, not a bad idea. Demon's coming out with the Guardian, which is kind of an interesting gun. We've seen a few people on some of these streams for the Galorants do very well with that gun, and a few people not. So kind of curious to see how she does.
Yeah, the attack is kind of on a janky vibe, but Passion does get the first pick on to Lex, so it is only... Gompers takes out Passion, but then none of his trades are off. Spikes down B, only 1 defender on the site, and the rest of the defenders are slowly making their way towards mid, trying to see if they can pinch the attackers, and while they're still in garage, but they're leaving. I think they have the read that the defenders all rotated. They're going to try their luck on A.
And this works out well for them sometimes. We do see them going through mid as well as, Lady Frags, that it was very dangerous. Didn't even look. She was just using that origin knife.
Demon's almost taking out Gen J there from mid with the Guardian, but the Killjoy ult does come out, so now the attackers have to take this site. The defenders have to fall back. The attackers are taking the space that they need to take, and Lady Frags with 2 kills. Gen J trading it out with random Philo, but it's now a 1v3, and she cannot end it off. Lady Frag's taking a 3k into this round, now 5-4.
Yeah, you know, it was not looking all that great for Rainbow Cats earlier on in this half, but they're starting to gain some momentum here, bring it back. This has become a very close game. You know, 5-4 could go into any number of combinations of round differentials here that would work out well for both teams. So, going back towards that A site, it's been working for them a little bit. Let's see how they do. Killjoy has moved over towards B, so they don't have to deal with any of her utility here. Demons with that first pick with the Guardian onto Gompers.
Right, and if you notice that this is like a light buy / save for the defenders, so we're gonna have to play this really smart here. Un is taking out Junji in tree. Now is immediately turned into a 3v5 with numbers advantage for Rainbow Cats. It's gonna be an easy plan for them. We're gonna see how the defenders take this on with the limited amount of guns that they have. They have the Spectre on Genji, Sheriff on Lex, and a Judge on Katami. So we'll see how this goes, and if they play it safe. Ooh, Demon takes Lex out. That was a 2v5.
One enemy remaining.
And Demon's with the 3k taking out Gen J as well. It is only Katami who is on the flank. It looks like she's not going to push this. She's probably going to wait for some exits. The attackers don't know where she can possibly be, but they know that she's probably in A or mid somewhere. And we'll see how this goes for them. Katami takes out Passion, but Random Philo trades her out at the end. Only good for one, and it is a nice round for the attackers.
Indeed, we did see Academy just sitting there with that Judge. Such a strong gun if your opponents are not expecting it and just run around the corner. But it did look like the attackers were maybe onto her. Kind of thought that she might be waiting back there when she didn't come into the site. Good on them, tied it up 5-5. Still going for that A site here. As Random Philo checks out this mid situation. Ooh, Gompers with that first pick onto Eunice. Getting a little bit of intel that they might be on the A attack. We don't see that the defense is rotating quite yet, though. They know that occasionally, you know, they've been bamboozled before. And it does look like, oh, Passion.
Oh, Passion. Almost getting picked out by Gen J. Gen J could not finish up that frag. And the attackers, ooh, they're gonna push through mid, but Gompers finds that out. Gen J takes out Unis. And the rest of the attackers are still flooding through mid. 4v4. And it's flooding, all the attackers flooding through into market. Trying to get that plant onto V, but the Killjoy is on site, and she's gonna try her best to prevent any more from happening. Ooh, Tommy gets that pick up the Passion, but Random Field trades her out. It is now a 2v2 now. Both sides. Reyna and Sage. Ooh, Junji with the pick onto Random Philo. Ladyfrag's back site. Will she get this pick onto Gompers? No, Gompers gets her instead, and it is now will be an easy defuse for the defenders.
What a mirror match going on right there.
For sure. Oh, is that a heart? That's cute.
Good job, Gompers. We love you too.
Before the switch.
Poor Random Philo, though. Pops that Empress just to die almost immediately. It just feels so bad. I don't play Reyna, but I feel that in my soul.
Yeah, it does. It do be like that. But now we're in the last round before the half. We'll see if the attackers can bring this back to a 6-6, or if the defenders will pick up the pace and bring it to a 7-5. Looks like they're going to do another split here. Some of the defenders going through A and B. Killjoy now has some of your utility watching mid instead. They're focusing a lot of attention there. Random Philo with a pick onto Gompers, immediately making it to a 4v5 with numbers advantage for Rainbow Cats.
Yes, and we do see that the defense is now shifting over towards A. There's been a couple of picks over there. They're concerned that that might be the hit, but the spike is over at B. We do have its Gen J in the mid, giving that call out, it appears, to the defense that, hey, we got action over here too.
Right. The plant will come in. Gen J is in mid, able to make that call to the defenders to rotate, but she knows that there's some people mid. She's gonna need some help. Oh, but they don't clear her. She gets a pick onto Demon, cannot finish the pick onto Unis, but Katsumi trades her out with the Nano Storm. Now it is a 2v3 retake for the defenders. There is Killjoy also. So, ooh, but Random Philo with the 3k coming in, getting on Katsumi. Can she get the 4th onto Lex? No, she cannot. Lex gets onto her. Now it's up to Ladyfrog on the stage wall. Ooh, but Lex gets her too. Now it is just Passion left backside. Lex knows her position. There's not a lot of time left. She has to go for this, and she gets it. Is there enough time for her to defuse?
Yep.
No, I don't think so. I think barely.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I was wrong on my... Oh,
That is
no.
unfortunate. That is unfortunate. That was good. Some good kills for
Switching sides.
Lex on that round, but she just could not get the defuse on time. 1.5 seconds off. But that was a good half. 6-6 now, so we'll see who gets the lead in the first couple of rounds here.
Yeah, as you said, 6-6, we're going into the half. They're swapping sides. We saw some really nice stuff from Omen Cans on defense. I'm excited to watch them on this attack. They seem to have very good communication. It's gonna definitely work in their favor here. As we see, they're going towards the A site. They only have 2 defenders to contend with. 3 of the defense is stacking over towards that B site, which is a little bit unusual. I feel like normally you would play 1B, 2 mid, and 2 A, but teach their own. Let's see how this works.
Yeah, I think B is a little risky to push, so people these days have not tried to push it on the first try. But it looks like the attackers are doing a full rush onto A, and there's already 2 defenders rotating up. Killjoy anchoring down on B just in case the attackers decide to stake. And Lex gets a pick onto Lady Fries, low HP, but she gets to pick onto Random Philo as well before Demon takes her out. Now there's a 4v2, 4v1 now, retake for Unis. All the attackers, most of them still on full HP, and the plant will come in for them.
Spike planted.
And Gompers takes out Unis at the end of the day.
Yeah, great attack from the Omen Cans. You know, definitely, we talked about this earlier. We didn't see the hesitation here. You know, when the Rainbow Cats were on attack, they sometimes hesitated to actually commit to that execution on a site. Not seeing that issue with the Omen Cans. They said, okay, go, and everybody went, and it worked out really well for them. Clearing out the site quickly, getting the plant down, and then just sweeping up the rest as the defenders came in.
Right. That is a problem that some attackers have. They hesitate a little bit, and with that, it gives the defenders, like I said, a lot more time to rotate in and read and see what's going on. It also causes the attackers to waste a lot of utility trying to push in, but if they don't use that utility, then it's pretty much worthless. So it gives them less stuff to use when they actually decide to commit to a site. But speaking of pushing onto a site, looks like the attackers are doing a full push onto B. Killjoy is set up there, as well as the Viper, and there's some in market as well. It's a full rotate, so if things go the right way, it's going to be a full 5v5 retake. Gompers takes out Passion. Junji takes out Unis, but Demons takes out Junji for the trade. Lex gets Demons, Random Philo gets the pick onto Lex. So now it is a 3v2 with numbers advantage for the attackers.
Yeah, and look at that spike.
Ooh, the spike is going all the way today. Ooh, but Random Philo does get the pick onto Gompers, but she doesn't know that the spike is being rotated towards the A site. She still thinks there are probably some attackers nearby, either in market or in garage. But I think she has the read now that she has to go up to the A site. Ooh, cannot get the pick onto Gen J. Even tries the ADS to make sure the recoil control is there, but in the end it does not work out. So it's now 8-6 with numbers advantage for the attackers.
Yes, and that was a really good read from the attackers. You know, they did that execution. They started to get some trades going on there and decided, hey, we've pulled enough of the defense over. Let's swap over. Let's go A. Worked out really well for them. There was nobody on A by the time Academy got over there with the spike. Very easy for her to plant it and then just get set up for that potential retake.
Right, and the attackers know that the defenders barely have any guns in this going into that second round. So it was pretty easy for them to read that they were going to probably just take the A side for free. They didn't have to commit to the B side, especially while the trades are going on. Speaking of which, we're now in a 4v4, and the attackers are going for a full B rush. Killjoy's still on site though. We'll see if her utility can take. Cause a delay. Ooh, and Unis gets the pick onto Junji, but is traded out by Junji. Gumpers gets the pick on Demons as well. We're in a 3v2 with man advantage for Omen Cans. But Lady Fives makes it into 2v2, so
no charges left. Spike
both the attackers onto the side. A little bit of chip damage on their HP, and Lady Fives with this interesting long. Now the 2v1. She knows where she is. She's seen because he passing me. Does she get the pick on her? Yes, she does. That stage wall is amazing, and Lady Fives secures the round for Rainbow Cats.
Yeah, and we saw her earlier. She had some really nice balls looking into B main here. She had one at the top catwalk that she was setting up for, but I don't think we ever actually saw her use. Definitely got a good Sage main here who knows her lineups for those walls.
Yeah, I'm trying to be one of those. I'm trying to learn how to be one of those crazy wall Sage mains pretty soon. So we can take some notes from this game right here.
Yeah, I am waiting for it though. We do have a Sage and an Omen on the attackers right now. I'm waiting for that B main wall for the Omen to teleport onto B site.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I would love to see that as well.
It would be so nice. I don't know that they're going to give it to us, though. It looks like we're going to do a mid-take over towards the bottom of Cat into A, but gonna have to get past random Philo here.
Definitely.
Get out of my
Everyone's
way.
just crowding around in Cat right now. No one's really watching Tree except for Demon. She's having this little off angle here from the A site. And if things go well, she might be able to be good for one here. Ooh, does get the headshot onto Gompers. Missing just a few centimeters off from Genji's head, and Genji gets the pick off of her. Lady Fries with this crazy wall on top of Generator. Gets the pick on Lex. Does fall down, takes some fall damage.
Last player standing.
The spike is down. And the Killjoy ult does get taken down. Genji does get Lady Fries in the end of it, but she's now stuck in a 1v2 with some chip damage onto the Killjoy, but full HP on the Reyna. So we'll see. Ooh. Perfect timing for her. She's able to escape with the spike, but now the defenders know she's going to head towards that B site. Already on the rotate. Oh, never mind. I saw. No, she's going to the. That's actually a really good trick. I think the defenders are gonna fall for this bait. She's gonna go back to unless Random Philo stays behind just to check. I think she has a read on this, and maybe she's not exactly going to be, but you do have us watching just in case. They're gonna just play together and spawn here.
10 seconds left.
Closes the door, gets the call, is planting right now. Will Random Philo get the pick on her here? Decides to fall back. Jinde will play a position in Hell. Pretty sure Random Philo does read this, so they're probably gonna just play together and see what happens. Ooh, and Random Philo does get the pick onto Genji in the end. Amazing work by the defenders with that retake playing together and everything.
Yeah, that was really well played from them. They heard her run out of tree, down catwalk. A lot of defenders would have assumed, hey, they're going B site, like, let's go meet them over there. Those two didn't. They decided to split up, put one posted at each site. They weren't going to take that fight. They were just there to see which site she was going to so that their partner could come back over and help with that retake. Worked out perfectly for them. Really nice to see that kind of communication and play going on. Tied it up. We're at an 8-8 scoreline coming into round 17.
Right, that was a very smart move on the defenders. You don't always want to over-rotate, even if it is a 2v1. You have to play together. They played together and spawned perfectly. One was nearby on A, one was nearby on B, but not completely on the side in case they were caught up in a 1v1. So great work for Rainbow Cats. Now the attackers are very split up here, taking up a lot of space into the map, poking and prodding to see where some of these defenders are and see if they can get an early pick onto them before they commit to a site.
Yeah, we do have Academy here. Moved up catwalk, just poking a little bit to see what she can find out about Tree. Omen's over there as well, getting some information about the A site. Maybe drawing off some of these defenders, but Passion staying on B just in case this is a fake out.
Ooh, Passion with the pick. Ooh, 2 picks onto Lex and Genji. Gumpers trades out in the end. Lady Fries gets Genji on A. But I think the call may come in. Yeah, that the spike is on B. I'm sorry. And Demons does close out Gompers in the end and is now 8-9 with the lead for Rainbow Cats.
Yep. Really well read by them. Passion staying on that B site, not falling for that trick. The attackers,
right, Passion played really good.
So sorry. Oh.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say that Passion played a really good position there, not overexposing herself, just peeking at the right moment to get the pick onto Lex.
Yes, and we do have. Oh, okay. Killjoy and Jets sitting in spawn. But
Chilling.
I thought one of them had disconnected, but they did not. Looks like Lady Frag is getting that first pick on Gompers as she comes into the mid area. Looks like the attackers want to try to take mid here.
Ooh, random
Spike
Philo
down
through the
mid.
smoke gets Kasumi, and the spike is down mid. The defenders know this now, and it's gonna be a pretty hard fight into mid as they try to figure out where they're gonna go from here. Demon saves on Gumper again with that Guardian, and Junji's left at very low HP as she takes the spike through spawn, hopefully trying to see if he can go onto A. Genji gets the pick onto Passion as well. Lex cannot get the pick on Lady Frags, but Genji does trade it out in the end. It is now 2v3. Now 1v3, numbers advantage for Rainbow Cats, and Junji falls to the Nano Swarm. Her HP was very low. It was inevitable. Now it is 8-10 with score advantage for Rainbow Cats.
I love that utility setup on A site for a defensive Killjoy here. We're going to see her set it up here. That Nano Swarm right there, because they can't destroy it without going through the door, and most times they don't. They just go to shut the door, and once you hear that, you pop it, and you do some damage, or in that case, because she had the vulnerability from the alarm bot, you get the kill.
Yeah.
Really, really nice setup. I love that. Looks like the attackers don't want to deal with that again, though. They're going over towards the B site this time.
Ooh, but the double peek from Katami and Genji, they punish the Viper at the B site, and it looks like the attackers are gonna probably go for Gompers with the op shot in mid. And the attackers look like they're going to commit to that A push there. 4v4, 4v3 actually, with numbers advantage for Omen cans, but the defensive KJ ult is coming in right now, and it is going to probably push them back. They probably have to read that the defenders are all, if not mostly, rotated off the B site, but the defenders also have to read that the attackers are leaving the site as well. Gompers gets the pick onto random Philo. Is now a 4v2 retake for the defenders, and the plant may come in soon. No, Katsumi gets the pick onto Unis, and now it's a 1v4. We killed Joe on low HP, but the rest of the members on full, if not high enough HP, and Demons cannot work that Guardian magic. Genji gets the pick on her. It is now 9-10.
Yeah, the Guardian is very hard to use at those close ranges. It is a single shot rifle. If you can't click that button fast enough, it does tend to be a problem. But we do see that there is a counter op coming out. Demons is going to grab that, try to counter Gompers on the op for the attackers. We saw her on defense with that gun. She's fairly good with it. You know, I would be a little bit afraid to peek her, but we're gonna see what Demons can do to try to keep her under control here.
Right, and we do see that the spike is going towards the A side. Killjoy is pretty much solo holding the site, but the attacker Killjoy lockdown does come in, but she is out of the range. So she can stay in this position in hell while the rest of her teammates stay in that position in heaven. And the attacker is trying to come in, randomly gets the pick onto Lex. She's able to not only escape the lockdown range, but also the nanostorm that comes in from him as well.
Spike planted.
And now it's a 4v2 retake with two members of the attack on low HP, but Gompers gets the pick onto Demons. And Randall is just able to get that op for Demons and then just run away and save for it.
Yeah, she's just gonna go find some place to hide. Does not look like the attackers are gonna be greedy here and try to go for that kill. They're just gonna let her go, keep the defense on this site. This will tie it up for them. We're gonna go into a 10-10. This is starting to look like we might hit some overtime, which could be interesting.
I'm hoping so, low key. But yeah, I don't think, like you said, I don't think the attackers are going to go for this. Two of them are on very low HP. If Randall is able to get op shots on them, it's just going to ruin their economy coming into this next round. So they're just going to play it safe for now.
Honestly, not a bad choice. You know, especially as you mentioned, their economy's not amazing right now.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. It does look like they are going to be doing some light shields, however, not quite being able to get all those rifles. Forcing it, trying to get a couple from the attackers as they come in. Attackers, again, still looking for that A site hit, but I wouldn't wouldn't count on them staying there. The Omen cans do like to rotate back and forth quite a bit.
Right. The defenders are in a not too much of a janky by Passion is on the Judge and Light Shield, but a lot of them are on Rifles and Light Shield. And with that saved op, no picks coming out yet, but Demons is on low HP, and so is Bumpers with that fight in mid. But it looks like there's going to be just a full push onto the A site. All the attackers there, most of the defenders here. It's going to be a 3v5 3v5 on the take for the A site. We'll see how the attackers go with, especially with a Killjoy utility there as well. Genji takes out the Killjoy utility, but falls back. Most, if not all, the defenders are on the A site, either in tree or in heaven. And then here comes Random Philo on the flank onto Catwalk, trying to make sure no one is going to push through Cash. She gets the pick onto Jen and escapes with her life. Now it's a 3v2 with the spike down in A. And the Viper's pick comes up to defend that spike even more. It is now just the two attackers facing against the three defenders on the site. They not only have to push and find where they are, but they also have to just push this Viper's pit as well. So if the defenders play this correctly, this should be an easy take for them. And in the end, it is just Lex off to not only fight the remaining two defenders, but also the Viper in her pit. Random Philo is low HP, but I don't think Lex is going to get away with this with her life. Might even get one or two picks here.
Why did she take down the Viper pit?
Oh, and Lex gets all three of them, but in the end, the defender still got the point. Time expired. The spike was not planted.
I believe if the time expires and you die, though, you don't get money for your death. So that's going to be painful on the defender's economy. We were just talking about the fact that they were kind of forcing into those rifles, trying to win that round, and they kind of wasted it a little bit. I don't know why Passion took down the ultimate there. Why she didn't just leave it up until the end of the round. We did see Lex pick up that operator for Gompers, though. So now they still have that gun in play.
This is a very interesting bind of defenders. Demon has an Odin, but the rest of the defenders are either on pistols or in one Spectre. And some have no shields, some have light shields. This is going to be a very interesting round for the defenders. We'll see how this goes. Especially with Demons on that Odin on the A site. Ooh, Lex with the perfect headshot onto there. And the pick onto Demons. The Odin does not pick up anything. Barely any damage as well. Lex gets healed. She's going for more. While the rest of the attackers push onto the A site. Ooh, does not get the pick onto Unis. Unis gets her with the ghost. There's a gun for her now. So it's now a 4v3 retake with numbers advantage for the attackers.
Definitely. Oh, that is.
Ooh.
Oh, that was dirty.
Gompers with the pick onto Passion. Now 2v4 retake.
Last player standing.
Ooh, Random Philo gets picked up by Gompers again. But Unis gets Junji. Still trying to fight this fight, but Gompers takes her out with the classic of all the guns she has available to her. We're closing the round off with a 3K. It is now 11-11 on the scoreboard. It is so close.
Yeah, very close game. We do see a lot of ultimates out on the side of the attackers as well. Going to be, I mean, nothing too crazy. We do have two kind of roaming ones there, and then, of course, Omen's ultimate from the shadows can give them some information about locations of attackers or get her in behind to come in on the flank.
Right.
But both stages have that revive, going to make things interesting as they pick up their teammates to... do we have it? Oh, not quite what I was expecting.
I thought it was going to be the Omen thing, but it is not. Unfortunately, the wall does not get any value, but it is a full rush B. Most of the defenders are making their way towards mid and B, and the attackers are throwing a lot of stuff, making a lot of noise onto the B side. Probably either trying to commit to this and put up a fight with the defenders, or trying to make enough noise to attract them away from their other sites in order to bring the spike onto A, possibly. But Gompers is already in with the up into the switch button. Lex gets the pick onto Random Philo. Passion gets the pick on the Junji. Gompers gets Demons. And it's just a slaughterhouse here on the B site. And now it's suddenly become a 2v4 retake. 1v4 retake. And then this takes down Gompers, but lets the Trader off, also closing the round off with a 3K. There was a lot of things happening on that kill feed, but the attackers do take that round. It is match point for Omen Cans.
Yes. It was unfortunate. Gompers hit, I believe, 2 people there. Well, other than the killer she got. She hit 2 other people, but she was moving in both of them, and so got them through walls and didn't quite get those kills. Could have been a 3K for her, but unfortunate. But as you said, coming into match point, they just need this one last round. If the defense wins, we're going into some overtime.
Right, we have 2 Ares and 2 Judges and a Spectre on the defense. If they play this correctly, this could be a round for them, but we'll see how the attackers go with this as they start to make... A lot of the attackers make their way towards mid, but the spike isn't a main. So maybe they're trying to get this space or get some picks before they commit onto any of the sites.
Oh, but look how much space Gompers is being allowed to take here going into mid.
Oh, Randall does get the pick onto Genji in the garage. It looks like the attackers are just going to file towards mid-market right now. And if they do, they're going to be met with a Judge and an Ares on the site. So we're going to see how this goes. Kanami gets the pick onto Lady Frogs right there. Demons get the pick on the Genji on the site, but the Judge does not get Gompers. She gets the trade. She gets 2 picks on the Passion and Demons. Now the B side is open for the attackers. Vanderbilt taking out Lex right there.
Last player standing.
And Gompers trading her off. Ooh, and now it turns to 1v1 on this with the Judge. We'll see how this goes. Both are at full HP. This is gonna be a very tense battle. Gompers does not have the spike on her. I don't know if Unis knows that, but if she doesn't check this corner, this is gonna be... Ooh, she goes the ult down too. This is gonna be a very interesting battle. We're gonna see what happens here. Because Gompers has to fight or leave right now.
There it is.
She gets it! The 4K to close the match. 13-11. Omen Cans wins the last match of our Galorants community in-house. Congratulations, ladies. Thank you for this game.
Yes, that was a wonderful game on Ascent. Thank you, everybody who has been sticking around for these 3 games. I hope you had fun. GG's to all of the players that we had today. I think we actually had 4 games going on. One of them, I think the 5 o'clock actually had 2 games, and we were only able to stream one of them. But I hope those that were not on stream also had a great game.
Definitely.
That's going to be it for us for tonight. I'm Wolf. I'm one of your casters. I'm here with Chrissy. If you would like to follow us on socials, we have !socials in chat. That'll give you the Galorant social media accounts so you can see what's going on with us and what events are coming up. If you would like to join in on the community fun that we have here, you can also do !Discord in the chat. That'll give you the invitation link to come in and join the all women's Galorants Discord fun. But other than that, I think we're all good. Thank you for watching tonight, and we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good day, guys.